Combs' legal team says Netflix is relying on stolen footage, even sending a cease and desist to the streamer ahead of its release, calling it a shameful hit piece.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're looking at reactions from across the entertainment industry to the explosive Netflix docuseries Sean Combs' The Reckoning. Warning, some information contains distressing details.
So I don't have a problem with any of this.
Right.
I really don't. Do not offend the wrong person.
Marlon Wayans.
I went to college with Puffy. Hang on. What were you saying?
I knew Diddy when he was Puffy.
Okay.
Appearing on Los Angeles hip-hop radio station Real 92.3 FM, actor and comedian Marlon Wayans took a surprisingly cautionary take in response to Sean Combs' The Reckoning.
It doesn't mean it's true. It doesn't mean it's true.
Wayans, who has admitted to attending Diddy parties in the past, questioned the motives behind the Netflix series, specifically pointing to the decades-long feud between producer Curtis 50 Cent Jackson and Sean Diddy Combs.
50 and Puff have a long-term beef. It's personal. It's
Well, people are saying 50's wrong for doing it, but 50's right for doing it. It's divided.
It's between him and Puff.
He raised concerns about credibility when a storyteller is a longtime adversary of the subject, urging listeners to be cautious with narratives shaped by personal rivalry. He went so far as to warn, quote, "There's a karma to every action that you do."
And 50's kicking a man when he's down.
God is gonna.
If 50 ever luck turn up on 50, you know, that you got to be careful what you put out.
Alyssa Farah Griffin.
He gets into some very high-profile unsolved crimes with very, very interesting and compelling new information.
Mainstream morning television has also entered the conversation about Sean Combs' The Reckoning. And during the December 8th, 2025 broadcast of The View, co-host Alyssa Farah Griffin had plenty to say. She praised 50 Cent's work producing the series, calling it, quote, mind-blowing. She further commended him for his courage in giving a platform to voices that had otherwise been afraid to come forward.
And I commend his courage because the thing you see throughout is how many people knew how terrible he was, what he was engaging in, but they were afraid to come forward. And 50 Cent's like, I'm just going to put it all out there and let the people decide.
Griffin noted that even if legal justice wasn't fully achieved, his work ensured accountability, quote, in the public eye. She also joked in the segment that 50 was, quote, doing the Lord's work, and even suggested that he should be put in charge of the Jeffrey Epstein files, claiming he, quote, would get them all released within days.
We need to protect him at all costs. I think if we put him on the Epstein files, he'd get them all released in days. He sure would.
Charlamagne the God.
Well, people are complex, though. I mean, and you know, yeah, he did contribute all of those things. And he did do some really foul things, too. So, you know, you have to deal with the complexities of all of that.
Media personality Charlamagne the God weighed in on the Diddy docuseries on his radio show The Breakfast Club, dropping some characteristically sharp and unfiltered takes. Alongside his co-hosts, Charlamagne mocked Diddy's complaint about needing to, quote, sanitize after meeting fans.
Oh, my God. I need some hand sanitizer. Hold on. I got it. I've been out in the streets amongst the people.
He joked that it rang hollow coming from someone who's done far more X-rated habits without washing. Charlamagne also called out former Bad Boy executive Capricorn Clark for claiming she wanted to, quote, protect the culture. He argued that she was not protecting hip-hop, but a, quote, culture of abuse.
What culture are we protecting by protecting somebody like Diddy? You're not protecting hip-hop culture. What you're actually protecting is a culture of abuse.
And that's what was the point of this documentary.
You're protecting a culture of people who are driven by ego.
He also noted the film's existence makes perfect sense given Diddy's long-running feud with 50 Cent, referencing Diddy's alleged pattern of sleeping with other men's partners.
We do know enough of the back. We know the Diddy and the baby mama.
Correct.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
And it's one thing if you with the baby mama, but if you're gonna taunt somebody about that, right? Do not offend the wrong person.
Aubrey O'Day.
Holly, I understand you just got off the phone with Aubrey O'Day. What did she say?
I did. Aubrey O'Day is someone that I've known for many years as a journalist. I've interviewed her. That's how I met her early on in my career.
While not issuing an official statement, singer and songwriter Aubrey O'Day was described by NBC correspondent Chloe Malas as being, quote, very emotional during a phone conversation about the documentary.
She did give me permission tonight to share with everyone that she was very emotional on the phone with me. She was crying. She was trying to catch her breath.
She noted that O'Day was crying and unable to get her words out. In the documentary itself, Aubrey appears in harrowing moments, including one where the former Danity Kane singer reads aloud an affidavit.
I had a lawyer reach out to me in regards to an affidavit that they had received from a person that was allegedly a victim. and that wanted me to be aware of something that she had seen.
The document described a 2005 incident in which a female witness alleges that she accidentally walked into a room and saw O'Day being indecently assaulted by Diddy and another man.
Aubrey looked out of it and was just lying there.
Aubrey admitted that she has no memory of the alleged assault and says she, quote, doesn't want to know whether it happened. Waka Flocka Flame. Rapper Waka Flocka Flame delivered one of the most blunt and unfiltered reactions to Netflix's Sean Combs' The Reckoning. Posting on his social media shortly after viewing the 50 Cent-produced docuseries, Flocka declared, quote, I don't trust no celebrity. He went on to explain that he is thankful that he has never actively sought features or studio deals, suggesting the documentary reinforced his belief that fame can often mask hidden darkness and toxic behavior.
Thank you. I'm not even hot no more. Nobody even requesting me. All this. I'm cinquenta. You showed me something, man.
The reaction appeared to resonate widely, standing out not for attacking any one individual, but for its frank condemnation of troubling celebrity culture.
Hey. No excuses.
Jaguar Wright.
This is an extreme narcissist you're talking about.
Former R&B singer Jaguar Wright, who spent years working in the same circles as Diddy, didn't hold back when reacting to the Netflix series on real-life street stars. Wright made it clear that she refuses to lump Diddy's alleged behavior in with hip-hop culture, calling it, quote, debauchery and, quote, animalistic.
I know what hip-hop culture is, and it's none of this stuff that people are selling.
She insists it ceased being hip-hop the moment outside forces realized they could manipulate the masses.
Certain groups of people saw that they could use it to influence the mass public.
Wright said she's been studying the series closely and was struck by what she viewed as Diddy's narcissism, particularly his decision to film himself extensively before his arrest. She also compared Diddy's behavior to that of a, quote, evil dictator, claiming his obsessive communication and self-documentation were tactics clearly meant to sway potential jurors.
He literally sat there and said, we need comms. He's sitting there talking like an evil dictator.
Wayne Barrow.
So yesterday I was able to speak to Wayne Barrow, who worked with Miss Violetta Wallace, who is the mother of Biggie Smalls and managing her son's estate.
As longtime manager of the estate of late rapper The Notorious B.I.G. or Biggie Smalls, Wayne Barrow spoke out about claims from the documentary involving Biggie, including that Diddy made Smalls posthumously pay for his own 1997 funeral.
He starts to see the price, and he says, we're going to do the biggest funeral. But Biggie's gonna have to pay for this funeral. He was gonna make the funeral be a recoupable charge.
In a statement to the Breakfast Club radio show, Barrow firmly denied the allegations, explaining that the funeral was fully covered by Diddy and his label, not the estate. He also made clear that he had personally reviewed royalty statements with Biggie's family over the years and found no evidence that funeral costs were deducted.
Wayne tells me that is completely not true, that he himself officiated the funeral and planned it along with Kirk Burroughs, who is in the documentary, Bad Boy staff, and that Bad Boy paid for everything. At no point was there any indication that any royalty statement that this would be coming from Biggie's account.
Barrow described the claims as both inaccurate and disrespectful to Biggie's legacy and memory.
He also says that it's disrespectful that anybody would even imply that, Miss Wallace, Biggie's mom, or any of his close friends would even be that naive to allow something like that to happen and not catch it as they're watching the royalty statements and just different things that are coming in.
Janice Combs. Janice Combs, who remained a visible supporter during Diddy's 2024 federal trial, has unsurprisingly stepped forward to publicly criticize Netflix's documentary on her son. In a statement to Deadline, Janice flat out called the documentary, quote, full of lies and fake narratives. She also strongly refuted a claim in the doc that suggested Diddy slapped her following a tragic 1991 stampede at a City College charity event.
And I saw Janice question Sean. He's going into this music business thing. He just left school, and now this extreme tragedy has occurred. She's like, did he make the right decision? And I saw him put his hands on her.
Labeling that portrayal, quote, patently false, Janice also accused former associates of exploiting a tragedy for personal gain and demanded a retraction, emphasizing that the film misrepresented not only Diddy, but also their family history.
He's not looking back.
Curtis 50 Cent Jackson.
I hated him enough to hire his kids. And we've never done anything to each other. So it's just competitive energy and things that you say about other artists while you're in hip-hop culture.
As executive producer of Sean Combs' The Reckoning, Jackson has spoken publicly in multiple interviews about why he felt compelled to bring the docuseries to life. He explained that if he stayed quiet, many would take it as the hip-hop community quietly condoning Diddy's alleged actions, something he refused to be part of.
You know, if I didn't say anything, you could assume that all of hip-hop culture is comfortable with his actions.
The longtime Diddy troller emphasized that his goal was accountability rather than revenge, defending the documentary's production choices and the use of the controversial footage of Diddy in New York just days prior to his arrest.
How did you get that footage of Diddy?
I figure most journalists would not disclose their sources.
He also emphasized that the series was intended to reveal who Diddy truly is. But, perhaps most surprisingly, he insists it is not personal.
It's me being uncomfortable with him suggesting that he takes me shopping, or I looked at it like it was like a tester. Like, maybe you'll come play with me type of thing, right? And it's not personal.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Sean Diddy Combs. At the center of the controversy, Sean Diddy Combs himself responded to the documentary through a spokesperson. He vehemently denounced the series as a, quote, shameful hit piece. The statement further accused Netflix of using, quote, stolen footage that was never authorized for release, and labeled the documentary, quote, fundamentally unfair and illegal.
Claiming Netflix is using stolen footage that was never authorized for release as part of what they call a shameful hit piece.
Combs' team alleged that some of the material, including private pre-arrest videos and conversations with his lawyers, had originally been intended for a personal documentary he had been developing for decades.
We have to find somebody that'll work with us, whether they're from this country or from another country. It could be somebody that has dealt in the dirtiest of dirty business of media and propaganda.
They also emphasized that giving creative control to someone with a long-standing personal feud against Diddy was a betrayal, framing the doc as a manipulation designed to damage his reputation rather than a genuine effort to uncover truth.
I'm still in this movie, and I just know the ending, and that it's going to end happily ever after.
Have you watched the Netflix docuseries Sean Combs' The Reckoning? What do you make of these celebrity reactions? Sound off in the comments below.